Be all good to go whenever you're ready.
Okay, Doc. Well, hello again, everybody. It's that time of the week again. It is the little catch-up that we do, the bus stop, the little 10, 15, 20-minute, whatever it works out at. Hopefully 20 minutes, because as you can see, surroundings are a little bit different this time. No, I haven't got my usual Celtic flag over my shoulder and the disco fish behind me. No. I'm here in the studio with the man himself, Russell Boyce. I can actually lean out and shake his hand and say,
"Yes, mate.
Well done, mate." Because obviously the reason we're here at G4 Claims, and thanks them for having us, is this is the 1 year anniversary weekend of the Boise bus. We're celebrating that by coming to the lovely G4 Claims studios.
It's my new living room, mate.
Your living room. But yeah, so how are you doing, Russell? It's good to see you, mate.
Brilliant, man. And it's always good to get the team together. We tried before. Certain reasons, made that a bit chaotic. But then we met up again recently, Phil, and it was good. Today's just like, do you know what? We were given absolutely no chance, mate. No chance at day one. And yes, as you've kindly pointed out, I am still in the same bedroom, Jonathan. You're absolutely right, where I do the shows from. But the camera's upgraded, the microphone's upgraded. And today really was a celebration of what we do. And it was a chance to get... Because obviously, if I've got contributors coming on the bus, that means they obviously like podcasts and all that stuff. I just like talking, man. Right? But you like doing podcasts and that. And so I wanted to, I don't want to say reward in a patronising way, just like, do you know what I mean? Like, go, like, well, why don't you get the opportunity to do it in a sort of studio environment? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that was cool today. I enjoyed watching it, and I was proud of every one of yous. And I suppose you got to take stock at times as well and go, 1 year, we're doing all right, we're doing okay.
Aye, and we do, technically speaking, have a live audience with us today. There are people watching on just now, so
not enough.
But yeah, we'll just crack on to it then, Russell, and just a wee sort of catch up of what's been happening, because a big event for yourself this week. You did a bit of charity work. You were doing a bit of MCing on Friday night. You missed Bustalgia, mate.
I know.
But me and Liam pulled through. But yeah, tell us about your night, and I'm glad to see that your hair is still intact, because I was worried.
What's left of it? David's doing a good job, mate. Honestly, like he's meant to cut hair, not regrow it, but he's doing his best, mate, to make me look like I've got a full head of hair intact, and I can't thank him enough for that. That's the reason why he's on the pod, do you know what I mean? Yeah. No, the charity night, that was sensational. Gregor Neil at the Old Inn in Dunfermline. It was a shave for Shelley, it was called. Shelley did a brain tumour. I'll tell you a couple of things about it, which is quite mad. Obviously, I only met Shelley for the first time on the Friday, and when you don't know the person, and you obviously are you're hosting a gig, you've obviously got to kind of clear up a couple of things, like, can I have humour here? Do you want me to go deep? Do you know what I mean? Like, she was like, have fun with it. She's like, I've shaved my head, for God's sake. I was like, yeah, but you kind of had to. Yeah. Then she told me the intricacies in this, right? Wait to hear this. So see when they're removing, like, the tumour? Yeah. She's fully conscious and aware of what is going on whilst it's getting done. Mm-hmm. That's, like, you talk about surreal. That is mad. And yet, it was only 2 weeks ago, she said she never felt better in years. Obviously, I don't know if that means it's, that's been there and unknown for a while, or she just says, I feel amazing. I feel great. Yes, I get tired quicker right now, but that's part of the recovery process. She was in great form, mate. Great form. And so obviously, 6 legends decided to get their heads shaved as well at the Old Inn. And honestly, one of them was one of the girls who work at the bar. She had hair down to there, do you know what I mean? And I was unapologetically myself. And it seemed to work. They kind of enjoyed it. So that was good. And they raised nearly 3,000. But the good news is, Gregor, who came on and promoted the night so eloquently, and he did a really good job, he's coming back on this week.
Good, okay.
But you will not recognise him.
Okay, yeah. I remember.
The head and the beard, they went.
Yeah.
And I started at one point auctioning off people, like they were like, Like they were like, I don't know, puppies for sale. Do you know? And started going, what about him? This guy's head shaved and all. Before you know it, they were cutting up.
Oh, well. Actually, I watched the interview with Gregor, and I remember you saying that about he'll come on and show us the results. So
yes, he's a good Celtic man as well, Gregor, by the way. He actually enjoys the bus, and they were really good with us. And I think as well, we've realised, maybe highlighted by, guys who are idiots, that about their charitable work, and it maybe hit home that we've not maybe done enough in that road. So that avenue has now been opened, and the bus will be doing, certainly over the next 12 months, watch this space, because there will be definitely more devotion, is that the word, or dedication I should say, to charitable work getting done, and I'll certainly embrace that, and we look forward to doing more fun things, and if that involves me hosting events that I don't expect to, so be it.
Aye, well, another show this week as well that I have to talk to you about is, mate, the Liam McGrandle show was fantastic, mate. You should be proud of that one. Superb to get him on, and it was exactly like every other show in the bus where it's like mates just talking to each other. There's nothing scripted about it. There's nothing like, it's fake about it or anything. It was just two mates having a good laugh. And I mean, when you told us he was coming on, and his first question to you was, Tuesday night's my cargo night. Is that all right, Boyce? Aye, of course it is.
You'll be all right, mate. Aye. No, he was good.
Oh, brilliant.
William's one of those people. He's very humble, but yet you ask him a question, he gives you 15 stories as a reply, which is the perfect guest.
Yep.
At times I actually felt I was interrupting him just to get, you know what I mean, like, because obviously, my ego must have been out of control at that point. You know what I mean? Yes. That was the guy who's got his name in the T-shirt coming out there. But I thought Liam was. I've known him a long time, as you could obviously tell from the interview. But I waited my time to do that because I wanted to do it at a point where we had credibility, if that makes sense, and it wasn't just like getting the begging bowl out at the start to try and get numbers. We built the bus ourselves, Phil. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing, I didn't know what I was doing, certainly. Then when you joined, you didn't know what you were doing now, Luke, So, hey-ho. And by the time you get Liam on, it was actually a position like we could go, well, it may actually be all right for you as well, Liam. Do you know what I mean? Of course it was good for us. Of course it was, because he's a superstar. And I thought the way he told his stories, he really made me... it made you realise that people aren't all, like, you almost think of people as like imaginary characters in life.
Yeah.
And I think Liam kind of just brought it all home that I'm for Denny, I play in Celtic Park. By the way, I shouted, I'm that daft, I shouted King Kenny at Kenny Dalglish when he gets out a limo with his wife in New York. And it brought it all home. Rod Stewart gets pissed. Rod Stewart wants to dramatically do a quick run through of a song 10 minutes before he goes live, and I'm like, that kind of reminds me of me.
Yeah, aye.
So I just thought there was a real down to earth thing. I thought he created, like, the bridge that could be there with, and these are genuine superstars we're talking about. Kenny Dalglish, one of the greatest footballers that ever walked the earth, let alone Scottish footballers. Rod Stewart is a global rock and roll star. And Liam managed to bring into your living room genuine conversations with him. And I thought that was so cool.
Aye, and I also just got the feeling that there's more to come. And he did say near the end of the show, maybe in 2023 he'll look to get back on, because he felt like there's a lot more stories in there.
And there is.
A lot of good ones.
There is. I mean, he played at a certain guy's wedding. I don't want to ruin it because it'll be good, but he is a Scottish legend. Okay. And he's mentioning him pissed in the morning at 4am going, can you play my wedding, mate? So wait till you find out who that is. You'll enjoy it. So there will be a part 2 with Liam. And we'll time it well again as well. I think we'll do that maybe at the end of the season or something. Do you know what I mean? When he's less busy and he's got the time, and make sure we get that 2 hours content off him, because he was gold.
Box office, he was indeed
box office. I like that.
Box office,
yes,
aye.
Mate.
Now, as I said, obviously at the top of the show, the reason why we're here in G4 Claims is because it's 1 year anniversary of the show. So I spoke to the boys earlier, and we did our Sunday Blether, Sunday Sesh, whatever you wish to call it, Sunday show that we did. We'll talk about favourite moments and that, and there's been some hectic moments along the way, some funny moments, but Russell, first of all, well done. Congratulations on everything. It's been a phenomenal ride. But any highlights for yourself that just stand out? Just any moments, madness that's happened?
Still fucking doing it, to be honest with you, mate. Like, I just think, like, I can envisage the WhatsApp group messages from the other lot. Do you know what I mean? At the time, this will last 2 minutes. I can hear it in the posh voice. I can see it. And here we are a year later, actually proving you don't need any handouts. You don't need any help. You can do it. Something that was getting derogatorily used at my end was in a bedroom at his mum's house and all this nonsense, and as if that's some sort of stick to beat someone with. Actually, the reason I moved back to my mum's, not still at my mum's, the wee fella, let's get that right, the wee fella, saying that is really naughty because that's all about status in life, and let's get a couple of things. He actually knew all the background.
Yeah, okay.
And I ain't ashamed of living at my mum's, by the way.
Yeah.
Mum's a good person. I lost my dad when I was 21. It was a big ordeal for us all. I ain't ashamed to ever have to go back to my mum's. And by the way, not on an ego trip, I made a lot of money in life. I'm off my own back.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money. I made bad decisions. I'd love to say business decisions. Probably lifestyle and personal decisions. I got a hell of a lot wrong. But trust me, if there's one thing I've done in life, I've never been a leech. It's not my style.
Yeah.
I've done loads of things off my own back. And right now the bus started off my own back. Now with the help of the likes of yourself, we're getting to a place where it's really special. But to cast your mind back to a year ago, you're given no chance and you're derided for doing it in an attic or in a mum's bedroom. Well, do you know what? See those obstacles? We seem to overcome them all right, big boy. Right?
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? We've done all right. And, I think if it was a league table of Celtic podcasts, we'd be above the relegation zone right now. But having said that, for a newly promoted club, we've probably got more points on the board than, a QPR would. So we're doing okay.
I wonder if QPR was deliberate there, that reference, because they're quite topical right now in the Celtic Twitter sphere. A lot of QPR fans are kind of jumping on the Celtic bandwagon, I've noticed as well, but we're not here to talk about them anyway. But it has been quite a ride, and obviously one of the things that's been I don't want to say a challenge for the channel, but it flares up every so often, and it is quite topical this week, is social media, Twitter and all that nonsense. There's been the good old pylons over the time, and this week I found it interesting that obviously a news story has happened that kind of goes back to a tweet that you put out earlier in the year, back in about August. In fact, when I talked about it the other night, I reckon it was around the time we played Kilmarnock, because Mr. Lawwell was in attendance at Rugby Park, so it was round about there that story came out, and people were obviously attacking you for all sorts of different reasons, for how dare you say anything negative about the club at a time when we're supposed to be so positive about it. How dare you say that? So that came up, and the show you did last night on your own was excellent. Again, hammered home all the points. And it's not that you're looking for an apology, but I do agree with what you said, where I wonder, these people who did come after you and say this and that, what are they thinking right now? Are they in support of Peter Lawwell now being back, now that it is happening?
No, there'll be none of that. But the thing is, people want to jump on and quote tweet you to be a cunt, right? That's what they want to do. They want to be nasty. They want to slag your hair. They want to slag your clothes. And they'll probably be the ones who have in their bio the hashtag be kind.
Yeah.
Right? They're these fannies, right? They don't listen to your point. They judge the person. They see a point they don't like because they want to do close your eyes, shut your eyes, close your ears, and la 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 la. It's not happening. And if you give them a wee bit of reality, and I'm not overly negative, I was saying, when you actually list Celtic's transfers, when you consider the fact we're going to Europe's top tier. Now, I've spent maybe more time, I would say, since I did the podcast, Phil, trying to sort of understand how the big boys work, because I kind of lost interest in the big leagues. I felt it went a bit plastic. But once we're sort of dining at it, you need to start get a wee bit clued up on it. And you look at what we do to tool ourselves up compared to others. Now, I always knew that was an uphill battle, and we're always going in with as Mark Cooney would say, a scooshy gun to a sword fight. However, that doesn't mean you don't use the tools you have to their full extent. And I felt when I listed the actual transfers we'd made, when you consider the loans or the values of the players and what we've got sitting in the bank, why are we not going all... I don't mean all out as in, we're going to go bust. I don't mean all that shite. What I mean is, use the tools you have, because you might make some money actually out of it, and you might actually make the team, which the whole point of having a bank balance at a football club is to provide the best product on the park. People lose that. People think spreadsheets and balance sheets are trophies now, which is crazy. And still even our own support think that. I went a wee bit off tangent. However, that's what happens.
Yep.
Because when it comes to social media, all I said when I listed those transfers was, at the bottom, keep your eyes on the board.
Yep.
Now, it's very much easier to quote tweet or tweet back slagging me off about my appearance and we've got belters and our support and all this nonsense, rather than actually now, when a decision's been made by this board that I told you to keep an eye on, that I know the majority don't like. Do you think I'll get as many quote tweets now saying, oh, that was amazing? Of course you don't get that, and I don't care really for that. No. But there's a few people that probably deep down in their heart, do they know me, owe me an apology? I couldn't give a monkey's, mate, but yeah, they probably do.
Well, I'd be really sad if we didn't do this, because we've actually got live podcast, mate, what you're saying, where you're not too bothered about it, because you know why? Nobody cares, mate.
Nobody cares.
Just I saw the visual there of having an actual podcast.
Nobody fucking cares.
Had to be done. Had to be
James
done.
English, I don't even like that guy, but fucking hell. that Bam or that gangster, whoever it is, I mean, he is pouring his heart and soul out. To out of nowhere just pull the smuggest face. Everyone's going, nobody cares, mate. That's so good. It's a slogan. I mean, if we were ever to redo, which I'm sure we will, the trailer for the bus, which I think was crucial, by the way, at the beginning of the story, to get us hype. If we were ever to redo that, I think, we need to include that clip, don't we? That's good.
That's definitely going down there. As I say, though, hopefully James English legal team don't go on this. We're kind of stealing that one a lot. We get a lot of traction out of it.
Well, Wimmy's not got in touch yet.
Okay.
Don't back doing, double doing. Do you know what I mean?
Sure,
right.
Nothing came out.
And all those are references to the previous pod, which, seems to go whoosh.
Yeah, a lot of people might not know that.
Or the kid on, they go whoosh. I think they know. No,
but I mean, see people that watch the show, they might just think you've just thrown them in there just for a bit of patter, but there's actually meaning.
Everything had a connotation. There's not one bit.
Yeah.
Right, on that trailer video, even the Cantona, you are my Cantona, Boise. That's a truthful message he sent me.
Okay.
Right, that is the truth. So that's why he's in it. The whole thing is very, if I may dare be so bold to say, it's pretty clever.
Have you ever been tempted to run out and karate kick somebody like Cantona did?
Honestly, mate. No, I mean, kung fu kicking people and that. No, I don't know. I suppose at times over the year, there's been times I've been kung fu kicking myself by. Sometimes it can be easy to lose track of what you're doing, and maybe the perception at times is you're going a wee bit too, you're slagging them off. Yeah. I always like to think everything we do is reactionary. So if folk dip their toes in slagging me, I just happen to be better at it than them. Yeah, that's what we've been cocky about. It's just a fact. Yeah. And then I turn out to be the one out of order. But other than that, I actually think it's pantomime. I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah. I've had a lot of fun with it. I don't hate any of these people. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want their budget if I can get pished on. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
You know what I mean? I don't want the goldfish to die or that.
Yeah,
I hope they all live healthy lives, mate. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
For all the animals for you to pick, I didn't expect it to be goldfish.
Well, that's a bit, measures of personality, mate.
Well.
You say dogs are like their owners. Well, I would imagine that, a lot of these people have goldfish instead of a dog.
Yes. That would make perfect sense.
Fucking Tim Henman cutting about the house. He's maybe the maid. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's on a level playing field with the boredom. But we're having a lot of fun believing right now. I say all that deadpan, right? I say that deadpan for the banter. Like, I'm laughing inside. Like, it's fun. It's a joke. It's not like do you know what I mean? Like, it's not all like absolute. I'm not that bad. Yeah. I don't think.
Well, on the note of going forward then this week, we're still obviously in this World Cup break, but Celtic are on the horizon. We can see it coming back now, so the content will be ramping up even more, but we'll still be churning out stuff until Celtic are back anyway. Of
course.
So we'll be back with the usual stuff all this week. There'll be TNF Monday night, the Monday Club, Bustalgia
Breakfast Bar will be back soon as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
that will be.
Really missed getting up at that time during the World Cup.
I'm sure you did.
I've never enjoyed the World Cup more. The World Cup gave me one grace. It was not getting up at 7:30 or whatever it is on a Wednesday. I don't know if folk do that in life. I like waking up naturally, man.
Yeah, for me every day I need to get up Monday to Friday at back of 6. It's grim. It's grim. But no, Russell, we've obviously covered everything we need to, and again I will say congratulations on 1 year on the show.
Congratulations to you, mate.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations to you, because the journey that I think everyone's been on a wee bit. Right. Even my brother, I think, he doesn't even realise, in the Monday Club, folk are tuning in for his almost Hugh Keevins-esque intros. You got David Logue, who's now doing barber confessions, doing Sunday supplement sort of ideas of the newspapers on a Sunday. Regan hosted it for months and has got the humility to say, look, that's going to be tricky, but I still want involved, even if it's not on camera. How sound is that?
Brilliant.
You look at Mark Kearney, who became, I even think he's went for, as much as he's got strong views, and he's got strong views, Phil, right? He's got strong views. But I think he's more open to other people's opinion now because of the bus, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I almost did James McCarthy turn it to Brendan Rodgers there. I don't know why my voice changed there. That's fucking weird. It was like, no, I just done a couple of days with the boys. I don't know why. I don't know where the fuck that came from. I think that was my inner Roy King. You done okay? I didn't mean it like that. But I think Mark's, I think even he's becoming maybe nearly nice. He's like Wednesday Addams. Wednesday Addams, you know what I mean? That would have been his perfect wife. No, obviously I know he's got a beautiful wife, Alana. But, if it hadn't been Alana, Wednesday Addams would be a good match for him. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I just think folks' confidence has came out. We've got Liam, the punked up warlord over in Canada, getting up at 4 a.m. to do podcasts. This guy who's directed, done films worth millions and millions of pounds. But he shoots the breeze with us, mate, because he loves the concept of the bus. He likes us as people. Terry Robb went for being nervy, coming on his first Double Doon show to being the face of PMP, as I call him.
Yes,
I think stuff like that's so cool. And if there's others I've not mentioned, I apologise. But, Johnny Logue, getting his head shaved on camera during the barber confessions. Things like that. But I just think the whole team's... I've watched it grow for the outside a wee bit.
Yeah.
I'm involved, obviously, but the experience I'd had before, I kind of knew we could do okay. But watching some of you guys' personalities grow and all that shit, that's been class. And the one thing I'll say as well, we are the most interactive pod out of them all by a mile with the passengers.
Oh, God, aye.
I call them passengers, not in a patronising term, just because I want everyone to buy into the concept of being on the bus, as it were. But I think, there's no engagement like that. I remember that wee fella boasting to me about how many messages he had in his inbox he'd unread.
Oh, for goodness sake.
I swear that's the truth. I'm telling you that right now. I promise. I've got this many unread. I just don't have the time. You're a fucking fanny, mate. I reply to every single person who gets in touch. Aye. Every single person. Do you know what? I actually think it's not because it tickles my balls, Phil. It actually it's a wee bit fucking, I don't know if you're laughing there.
That seems to be a theme on the show.
I like my balls tickled, so it's a good bar to use,
Yeah.
If you don't like getting your balls tickled, there's something wrong with you. So you either like it or you don't. But it's not because it tickles my balls. It's because I actually think it's real. It's been sound.
Yep.
And you reply to people, and actually you find out, you dig a wee bit deeper, and the amount of folk I've spoke to that have actually, turns out they've been struggling. And they're like, and I'm like, well, fucking drop me a message, it's all good.
Yep.
If you don't read the message, then you'll never know. He's not fucking, I dare say his inbox has got thousands upon thousands, the wee fella, but I highly doubt it. And I think it's kept the bus real, as being the opposite of all that nonsense, and not thinking you are the ticket, and not thinking there is an ego. I think we prove that at times, Just having a sharp return of serve doesn't make you a cunt, Phil.
That's true. That's true. And on the subject of interactions, as we wrap up here, I'll remind all the viewers again about, you can say it with me if you want, guys,
all that good stuff.
Yes. So just remember, of course, drop a subscription on the channel, like, comment, share. As I say, it is indeed.
Slag my hair. Who cares?
If you want to quote, retweet Boise and give him some sort of abuse or whatever, then, you know, he's game for it. He doesn't mind at all. But yeah, we'll wrap up this episode
Brilliant,
of the Bust Up here. It's been a phenomenal episode.
That was good.
And a big, massive thank you to G4 Claims as well.
Get 100% of your claims. G4. No, right, I can't sing, man. I'm not Tyson Fury. Right, let's go.
That's a perfect note to
Call
end
that
on.
a rap.